18th.
Hey, Explorers!
Hey, everybody, we're live.
We are, as I
Don't knock your tea over.
No, that's not true.
Or what is it?
It's soda.
Oh, bad for you. Don't knock your soda over.
It is 5 o'clock West Coast, 8 o'clock East Coast, Wednesday, February 19th. And we are very excited to have some guests with us.
And it's 2020.
2020, it is. We have Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk. And
have some guests.
Oops, sorry.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thanks for having us. We're very honored and happy to be here. And we're having a good time tonight.
Yes. So a little bit, let's talk about your channel for a little bit. So just if you can briefly just describe a little bit about you guys and your channel.
Sure. We've been doing it for a little while now. We've gotten really big into YouTube. Probably last year and a half to 2 years, would you say? Yeah. We've been on YouTube for a while, though. We've been on since 2015, but really went full force for about 2 years now. Mostly Disney. We'll get into some pop culture stuff and do top 10s and Disney dining reviews and things like that. And, of course, our live streams on Tuesday nights. But we more or less do it because we really just enjoy the community. We've made a lot of great friends and have some wonderful relationships from it. And we just enjoy Disney, but the community itself is kind of a icing on the cake for sure. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We've made a lot of really good friends, had a lot of great experiences just within the last year, and the people that we've become close with and been able to meet. And it just keeps getting better. You know, I'm just really thrilled by the people that we've come in contact with. I think it's such a great group of people in the stream and just so encouraging. You know, no negativity, it's just great.
Yep.
So,
and we're just happy to be here, and we just enjoy doing the Disney. Being able to talk to other folks about Disney is really awesome because most of the people in our family, they don't. So this is our way to
relate. You know, they don't love it like we do.
Right.
So it's nice to share that passion with other people that share in it with us because everybody else thinks we're nuts.
We're all Disney fanatics here, so we all fit in with each other.
It is.
Amen to that.
If you guys are new to, if you guys are new to us, I'm Derick.
I hope you're Derick. I'm Greggory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And we love Disney. We also love cruising. And one of our goals when we did our channel was to introduce Disney to the cruising friends that we have and vice versa. I'm looking at the chat right now, and we have a lot of cruising channels in here. We have a lot of Disney channels, so it's great for you guys to be joining us. Thank you for joining us and getting a chance to meet two great people that we've been looking forward to having on our show for. We've been planning this for, feels like a couple of months now, so it's good to have you guys finally on here. So,
we're so happy to be here. And you're right. I think you contacted me a while back about it, and we were just really honored and excited. We're happy to be here. This is going to be we're going to have fun tonight. We're glad to finally get to meet you guys on live. It's our first time, so this has been great.
I do want to point out that these shirts were made specially by Cargo. When we were going on our Disney cruise, she sent us a whole bunch of handmade Disney cruise type items, and this is one of them. So we wanted to give her a little shout out.
Yeah,
no surprise, because Cargo is very talented.
She's awesome. And on Greg, they're not identical, which is really cool. His says the Disney Cruise Line. Mine has like a good shot of, or that's Minnie on there, and Donald Duck.
Oh yeah,
the Duck family is good things. Yeah, so that's cool.
Well, you have the cruise symbol on there. I don't have that on mine. So
thank you, Cargo. Hopefully you're on the show tonight. Thank you.
Got some Cargo ears behind us. I can't see the screen, but
she is amazing. You know, Greg, I think it's time to do our first chat check. Chat check brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More Sunshine, Please.
Oh boy, you gotta make me come up with it. Where the sun never sleeps.
That's a good one.
I love it. Okay.
So we are going to check our chat and see who's on. We have Blane 2007, Wanda Chiquita Bonita Byram, or I say Wanda Chiquita Bonita Banana Byram, or Chiquita Banana.
Are you saying she's bananas?
No. In a good way. It's just a fun name to say. Flamingo Pam, Josh Odom, I hope I don't miss anybody. Fisher Fun Ventures, Russ Stapleton, Pam's Fam. I don't think I said that. Nautical Nurse Nancy, RVing to Disney. Mike Wheeler. Mouse Talk, Kay Atwood, the DePhilly Crew, Shep Family.
Noah.
I'm sorry?
No, I was just saying Noah's in there too. So Noah.
Kay Atwood, I think. Let's see. Noah, the Disney World Fan 16. Am I missing anybody? More sunshine, please. Jim's here. He's bringing us more sunshine.
Did you say the DePhilly Crew?
Our Disney Adventures. Let's see.
Oh, Hannah.
Don't throw me off now.
Sorry.
It's okay. Flamingo Pam. And sorry. I think we covered everybody. So welcome, everybody.
And several people that are in chat are who we met at the cruise meetup in Walt Disney World at Disney Springs.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so
Nice.
it's cool to have them checking us out and seeing what's going on. We also had last night our Disney Adventures were they unfortunately didn't go to Disneyland Park, but they were at the Disneyland Resort with Juan Rodriguez.
Oh,
Juan
nice.
Rodriguez
Okay.
is awesome. So it was fun to see the live feed with them over there. So that was cool. So
And
welcome.
Before I forget, when you guys have another show where you talk about, like, I know when you did during Halloween time, you talked about like favorite scary movies and things like that, or if you do things like during Christmas and stuff, we would love to be on that show because that was so much fun. I had so many like answers that I would have said, and I think I typed some things in there, but I was like, this is a fun show when they do this. So that's really cool that you guys do that.
Standing offer, absolutely. Next time we definitely will let you guys know, and we'll give you plenty of notice. So that'll be a good time.
Thank you.
I think
Absolutely.
I don't know if you said hello to Sherry Awesome Sunset.
She just came on.
So welcome.
Yep.
All right, Greg. So do you want to get started with the news? So we'll say this is a segment that we're going to title D&G Explorers, This is the News, brought to you by Pepper Tree Villa. Pepper Tree Villa, they know all about news. That was horrible. That was horrible.
Wah, wah, wah.
That was good. I want my PTV.
It was actually just one thing that I saw. I was kind of upset about it, but not really. I mean, what are you gonna do? But I guess when we were at Epcot about a week or so ago, and I don't think I noticed them. But normally when you're walking through Epcot, they have the stars on the ground. What did you call them? They're taking them out, not utilidors, but
they're called the now you got me. The communicores. They used to call them the communicores at one time.
They're taking those out, and I didn't think about it, but I guess they're gonna. There was a segment on Facebook that said goodbye Starry Nights. So they're going to get rid of all of that. And I know a lot of people look forward to that when the sun goes down, the lights come on, and then you see like these sparkly things on the ground. And I've never seen that before until I went to Epcot my first time. And then I think I saw them every time after that, but I don't remember seeing them this past time. Did you?
Well, a lot of that area was boarded up, so we didn't get a chance to go through that.
I mean, the ground was still open. You could walk through it, and all the stuff that was boarded. But I don't know if I ever saw it, but they are going to be getting rid of it. So
well, when we went through at night, we went out the back exit because we went through the Skyliner, so we didn't go through the front of the park where we would have seen it during that point.
I thought we were somewhere around there at nighttime, but and then those that might have missed it also, again, Rick Moranis is confirmed to do the new movie Shrunk, which I don't know if it's a remake or a continuation. But he's the only original cast member confirmed. It'd be really cool if they could bring back, the kids, and they had kids, and then they get shrunk or something. But we'll see how that goes.
Is that a?
It's gonna be in the
Disney
theater.
Plus? Oh, it is.
No, it's gonna be in the theater.
Oh wow.
But I did read that Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be Disney Plus, which I really think they should put that in the theater and give it its.
They might, depending on the quality of the story.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the original witches are coming back, but they're saying that it's going to be a Disney Plus, which I think is a shame. But That's really all I have for my news.
We had AJC Magic TV join us. Welcome, Amy. And we also have the Disney Nerd Herders joined us. So good show. They had Dean from thelifeplace.com.
Did you say Blane 2007?
Yep, he came back. So he was the first one. He was our first viewer on there, the first comment. And he's back to join us. Did you want to talk about those right now, Greg, before we get going?
We didn't bring this up, but
because we were still recovering from this, because we didn't train for this, and we looked like a couple of D&G Explorer belugas out there running.
Don't include me on this. I don't look like no beluga anything.
I have video that you guys will see when we release the
Uh-huh.
I'll be looking for that.
Yes.
We did vow with each other to go back to the gym and work out and burn off some calories, because after a cruise you gain like 10 pounds, if not more. But we did do the Castaway Key 5K, and they don't give you a medal, they give you a rubber, which doesn't sound right. I guess you get rubbers when you do a 5K. But that's what they look like. So
Those are nice.
yeah,
I like them.
if you do ever go on a Disney cruise and go to the Castaway Key, you could do the 5K run. The ones behind us, those are actually metal. Those are from right here. Those are from Disneyland Paris, and those are probably like 5 pounds at least. So if we swung them and smacked someone in the head, they'd be out. But yeah, you get rubber medals, which is so nice.
So the interesting thing is we completed it's 3.2 miles. We completed that in 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 15 seconds. No, we didn't. It wasn't that.
One of our friends that we met, they did it like in 25 minutes or something like that, or less.
He did it in 28. We did it in 48 minutes. So we weren't barn burning. We had not ran since September when we were on our escape cruise and we were running along the top of the ship. That was the last time we did any kind of activity. So for us to even finish, we were actually pretty impressed with that. And Blane 2007,
I was going to say,
work on that. And you know what? We have a group cruise coming up in September.
We are not wearing Speedos.
We will be in Speedo shape. That is our vow. Scary or not,
okay,
Halloween comes
we might
early.
be in Speedo shape, but I'm not wearing no Speedo.
Right.
I'll wear swimming trunks.
Yeah, and it's free. And we're like, we had to pay to participate in the Disney runs. For Castaway Key, it isn't. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to let them know that you want to do that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Did they have like characters out on the course at all?
No, no, they just had water. That was amazing.
Well, you need that.
Yeah, they did. No, they didn't have characters on it.
No, the one in Disneyland Paris, they went all out. They had, because you run through both parks, so they had characters, they had people clapping, and when we were tired, we would start walking, and then we were getting up to the crowd. I said, I'm not gonna like walk through it. We got to make it look good. So here I am trying to run through down Main Street where everybody's clapping, and then when you get through it, it's like, okay, and I'm going to start walking again for a little bit. I made it look good.
That's right, make it look good.
Yeah, but it was pretty fun. So a lot of people stopped and took pictures. There were lines, and because it was really your own pace.
Some people walk the entire time. It's not. Yeah. It's not a certified race where you have to have a certain time that you have to say that you're going to finish.
That was probably one of the, if not the highlight of that whole trip, really doing a 10K. That was just something special. You're in Disneyland Paris, you're doing a 10K, you run through the parks before it's open. There was just nothing like it. So, and
when they do have the Wanda's referring to this, when they have like the marathon weekends, they do have it linked. If you do it, you can. It's another medal that you can do.
Wow!
At Castaway Key, yeah.
Is it actual medal that time? I hope.
I believe so. I believe so.
So, question: how do you time out the host of a live stream when they start talking about rubbers?
Was that Jim?
Jim. We are a family show, but we also jokingly, joke around and have fun.
Hey, sometimes the rubber meets the road.
There you go.
Okay, that's enough. Sorry.
All
No,
right.
it's okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and start the main show, which is
I think we've already started the show. We're just going to keep going with the show.
so our main show is brought to you by Greg,
Brought to you by Bob and Ashley,
Bob, and Ashley.
where they strive to give the very best.
That was weak.
That was not weak. You tell me these things at the last minute.
That's part of the fun. To see how bad we can come
Jim,
up with
you need
something.
to tell him something
Yes.
because this is what we have. This is what I have to work with at times.
You're making me emotional. I'm starting to
Wow.
Bob and Ashley are great. They have a great channel.
Yes, they do.
Well, they do.
All right, you guys. So let's go over some of your numbers. So you guys started May 3rd, 2015. You had, as of today, 2,002. This is your views, 271,983 views, which is amazing. That's great. I think we're just coming up to our, we're about 3,000 away from 100,000 views. So you guys have almost tripled us. So awesome. You're at 191,000 subscribers. I was going to say that wrong. So you're about 900 away from 2,000. So awesome. Congratulations. And you've done 380 videos. So that's,
Are you stalking them or something? You know a lot
Gathering
about
information.
we have RobFuz joined us. Welcome. And
Yes.
Dances with Goofy
and
Adventures.
it's Flamingo Pam, I think
She
I said.
Yep.
Did we miss anybody? I thought Dances with Goofy Adventures. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. And Josh Odom.
Josh Odom. I'm not sure. Welcome, Josh.
Welcome, everybody. If we
Yes.
missed you, I'm sorry. We don't mean to miss you. Rob said hashtag stalkers.
All right, you guys. So our question to you, even though you started May 3rd, 2015, when did you actually start releasing videos?
Well, it actually was really funny. When we first started in May, I think we did 1 or 2 videos right away. And they did really, really well. They got a lot of views, like thousands of views. But then we were really inconsistent for like 3 years. Or 2 years, where we would do a video once every, 2 or 3 months. We just weren't consistent. But about 1.5 years to 2 years ago, we really just settled down and said, you know what, we're going to really start doing a lot of videos. And we did. We started vlogging more often. We did top 10s. We did dining reviews, things of that nature. And it really helped the channel to grow. But the thing that really, I think, put us over the top was when we started to live stream. That was our big jump, not just in numbers, but like we said earlier, in growing friendships and relationships from YouTube.
Yeah, we had started out just podcasting, basically
Yes.
back in 2015. That's why we didn't have very many videos. We had a podcast that we did every 2 weeks, and that lasted for 2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then Walt started watching some other vloggers online. It was like, oh, this is really cool. What was the first? Was it Dan? It was Disney Dan that you noticed?
For
one of the
live
first ones
stream.
For live stream.
Dan was first. We had saw.
Mhm.
I happened to across his 24-hour stream back then,
It's kind of
and that was kind of our
Walt's
inspiration.
incentive, where he was like, oh, we could do something like this, and I'm like, oh boy. But to be honest, everybody we've met, and it's been so worth it. It's just been great. So.
Yep. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, it did. So I don't think you answered this. Apologize if you did. What made you decide to switch it to vlogs?
Just because I think we really like podcasting, but I really thought that YouTube would be a way to grow what we had hoped to do. It's funny, but we originally were going to think about being travel agents. That was kind of my thing. I was like, I think we'd be really good at travel agents. We're real good with Disney, this, that, the other. And at first, podcasting was going to be our avenue of getting people to know who we are. And then we were like, well, let's get into YouTube. And let's start doing YouTube with that as well. But then it didn't work out with the travel agent side of things. And then we just kept going from there with YouTube. Does that answer it? I hope that answers the question, right?
Yeah, and
When you're not listening, they did answer that before.
sort of. But I
So
guess
that's one of the things of live when you're like trying to listen, but also look at what people are thinking.
yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
really-
absolutely.
Beluga brand rubbers. We look great in Speedo. Well, Charlie
Charlie.
had to come up with that one.
Why did I ask that question?
There's a side business. See?
You started it, talking about belugas running down the 5K and everything.
So you guys, you do more beyond just like your one, because you go live at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. What other times do you guys go live too? And I think it's mainly you, Walt, right?
Yep, I go live with Steve on Saturday nights. We just started back up with Sports Night, so we do that on 8 o'clock on Saturday nights. Mostly sports-centric, but we do touch on Disney as well, because I know a lot of people that come into the streams are Disney fanatics first. But it's something different. It gives avenues for people to see things other than just Disney talk all the time. And Steve and I are big sports fans, and we love talking about it. And if you ever want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on and talk sports.
Awesome. Especially if the topic refers to the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that's it really. Other than that, we send out vlogs here and there. We don't have a consistent, like some people are like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new vlog every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're not like that. We try to be somewhat consistent with it, but it's hard for us to say specifically those dates right now. I'm hoping that'll change though.
Awesome. I think it will, because we're kind of leading into the next thing. You announced on Facebook that a huge change is about to happen for you guys. What is that?
We are, I think a lot of people already know this, but we are moving to Florida. We're moving about 25 minutes outside of Disney, which is fantastic.
Wow.
Everything is set when it comes to work, things of that nature. I got a promotion for work to get down there, and I just couldn't pass it up, and it was what we wanted anyway. We wanted to ultimately, that was our goal, was to be down closer to Disney, and I'll be down there in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And we will definitely more consistently have a specific schedule of vlogs eventually once we're settled. And we have all kinds of ideas. We have like park challenges, all kinds of different things we're going to do. It's going to be pretty neat, I think.
So that answers your question. Why the decision?
Yeah, definitely.
In case you weren't listening.
No, it really was something that we had wanted to do. I know I wanted to do it for years.
Yeah.
And I had to get Melissa on board.
It was more of a long-term, like, future plan. And then I think Walt was scheming behind my back, because he would work with his job remotely when we'd go down on occasion, and he kind of got palsy with the manager for his company. And suddenly this big offer came, to fruition, where it was like an offer you can't refuse kind of thing. And so I was like, okay, I see how it is. But I was lucky enough to where my job is going to allow me to work remotely and keep my job that I have here. All these doors just kept opening up, and it just made it pretty clear that it was the next step. And we'll see what happens. So
it's going to be exciting for you guys.
Yeah.
Plus a chance to meet so many other great channels that are going there, now that are stationed out there. So it's going to be great for you guys to be able to do that.
I hope so.
There is a question from Blane. He asked, what is your favorite college and NFL team?
Well, it depends on what we're talking about. For college football, probably the Miami Hurricanes. I really like the Hurricanes, always have. It's funny, I'm from Maryland, but I like the Miami Hurricanes. The Terps are okay. I like the Terps more in basketball. And then in the NFL, it's the Rams, Los Angeles.
Wow.
Well, you'll be moving to Florida, so
I know.
it'll match with your Miami thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
As long as he doesn't start liking the Dolphins, we'll be okay.
Oh my God.
And then
I can't like the Dolphins. They're in the same division. Charlie.
Well, Charlie, the Bills were in the playoffs this year, so.
Yeah.
yes, and next year they will win the division over the Patriots.
They'll be better.
The Patriots are done.
You hope.
They will.
We'll see.
Mark my words
I
for it.
know.
Uh-huh.
If they don't, I will wear Speedos.
No, you won't.
Don't
You're
say
just trying to find an excuse to do it.
I grew up in New England and grew up, not loving the Patriots because of being a Bills fan. It's just funny. I was the outcast. So
Are you trying to lose all our subscribers in one swift swoop?
I'm so done.
You never know. My brother, I have two older brothers. One is a Raiders fan, poor guy, and the other guy is a Patriots fan.
Oh,
So back in the day, we're talking about
Patriots aren't bad.
in the mid 70s is when we became fans of those teams. The Bills and the Patriots stunk, and that's when the Raiders were really good and winning in the Super Bowls. And so my brother and I kind of teamed up to each other. So even though the Patriots have been winning so much, I don't really hate them like a lot of other people do.
I don't
my
hate.
distaste
Hate
is more for
strong.
the fish because I want to squish the fish.
Fish the fish.
And they also beat us like 20 times in the 70s.
Hey,
So
welcome, Bob and Ashley.
we don't forget that.
That's true.
So yeah, my brother and I, we now, because of the Patriots have been consistently good, we always rib each other now. And we don't. My other brother, Raiders fan, I just feel more sorry for him than anything.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
I think the Raiders are coming though. Be careful.
They're going to Vegas. That's all I will say.
Bob and Ashley, you weren't here before, but the main show is brought to us by you, Bob and Ashley.
Bob and Ashley.
And I said, where you strive to give the very best. And Derick didn't think that was a good thing.
I
And
give it
said,
a thumbs down.
We all strive to give the very best.
Yes.
Well, we're about 50-50. I'm just kidding.
We've asked, one of the things we asked you offline was what different parks you've been to, the different resorts in the world. So far you've only gone to, oh my God. It makes funny because I was born in England. Even though I lost my accent, there are a few words that I still say with a British accent.
Yep.
And that is, I have to think about it to say world. If I don't think about it, it's world. Right? So I still, to this day, have issues with that word and a few other ones. But
Welcome, Cargo. If you notice, we are wearing your shirts proudly and trying to promote your name.
and also, Shelly Starwalker, Drew Brees is staying. He's staying in New Orleans. Yay.
He did.
That's a cool name, Starwalker. It's
Yeah.
like a Star Wars thing, like Skywalker, Starwalker.
So you, Walt Disney World, we've actually now, I've been there 11 times with our short 2-day visit. Greg has been there, I think, 6 times.
I lost count.
How many times have you guys been there, and how often?
9. We've been there 9 times now.
Okay.
Not like anyone's counting or anything.
Is there a like a time of the year that you normally go? Do you plan it for a certain time, or like how often do you get a chance to go in a year?
It used to be when the boys were young and still in school, it was always revolving around when they're not in school.
Yeah.
So it would normally be spring break.
Like April or August, even.
Yeah,
Like
April,
the hottest
August.
time of the year.
Right.
Or busiest time of the year.
But now that they're adults, they're men, they're out on their own, we kind of go whenever we want at this point. But I know my favorite time of the year to be down there was our first time going this year is Christmas time. It's just
that was the first, and that was awesome.
It's unbelievable. It's just fantastic. The weather's nice.
Awesome.
Park's decorated for Christmas. The Christmas party's fantastic. They have fake snow.
Snow in the 60-degree weather.
It's pretty awesome.
We went in November. It was during the presidential election, so it's pretty early. And they had a Christmas party going on. It's the first time I've ever sweated during anything that was a Christmas event. We were determined to have hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, hot chocolate. And here we are, like in sweatshirts, and we're like sweating.
We're
thinking,
we're gonna make it Christmassy. Oh, spotlight! But really quick, Charlie, this week's Spotlight Channel brought to you by Beluga.
Actually, this week's Spotlight Channel is brought to you by Greg.
And I actually know who the Spotlight Channel is this time.
Who is it brought to you by?
It's brought to you by Disney Nerd Herders. Hey!
Hey!
Disney Nerd Herders.
We're not calling you a Beluga, though. Don't worry.
Get your nerd on.
Get your nerd on?
Yeah, get your nerd on.
Nerd herders.
Yes.
Okay. And you talking about me coming up with stuff?
Yes. Our Spotlight Channel is one of our support channels. We've known them for a while, and I'm going to try
Awesome, Shelley.
to share my screen. But we have become good friends with them over time. We've actually had a chance to meet them at in Disney. Did we meet them once or twice? Disneyland. Did we meet them once or twice?
We hung out with them once, I think.
I know we met them. We did a video with them, the pop-up video.
Maybe twice.
Yeah. So our Spotlight Channel of the week is DisLyfeOfOurs.
Oh, yes. June and Rachel.
June and Rachel. They come out with some hilarious videos. I don't think there's any video that they don't do that I don't start laughing during it.
Welcome, Jack Santa Claus Logan.
Welcome. Their latest one, you guys must watch. It is about an Avenger.
Blank Man.
Yeah, Blank Man. So it's on a Disney cruise. They just recently went on a Marvel Day at Sea.
Oh, wow.
The Disney Magic. They were on the week before we went on our Disney
Star
cruise.
Wars Day at Sea.
Yes. And so that was a hilarious. Rachel always has the best costumes anyway, and she was Storm, as you can see in the picture. The Blank Man was from I think it was the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, it was him and David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer was other guy.
And
Welcome, Michael Riley.
That was hilarious. So definitely check out their latest video and any other videos. But our support channel for this week is DisLyfeOfOurs. So
Awesome.
yeah, welcome, guys.
That's awesome.
All right.
So I had.
Oh wait, sorry. During this time, you guys, if you are a creator, please please put that you are a creator.
Shut me down.
Yeah, shut you down.
Wow.
Put that you are a creator. Those of you who have not learned
Can
about
I
who
just-
these other channels are, please check these other channels out. Subscribe to them. Show some love to each other. We have a lot of awesome channels in here. Let's show some love to each other for this community and support each other. There's so many great channels in here. Okay, sorry. I segue back to you.
No, it's too late now. No, just playing.
And then DuckTales.
Oh, but so this kind of goes with what we were asking, but before I forget, I was going to ask you, what do you guys think about the changes that are happening mainly at Magic Kingdom and Epcot? And are you happy about them? Are you upset? What are your thoughts on them as far as the new what?
Wanda.
Not a creator, just
Oops.
here for the eye candy. Oh boy. Well, you're in the wrong spot for eye candy. I don't know.
They're talking about Walt and Melissa.
Oh, well, there you go. That's the eye candy.
Probably not.
Are you upset with some of the things that they're doing, or what are your thoughts on these changes?
Would you like to go first?
No, you go right ahead.
Okay,
I
Epcot.
just chime in every.
No, Epcot I'm not upset about at all. I think a lot of the changes that they do are in the process of doing right now are needed. I do think that Epcot needs a major update. And what they have planned coming, it looks really, really nice. It's kind of one of those things. It reminds me a lot of what we just had with Hollywood Studios. You know, it's going to be one of those growing pains kind of things, but once it's done, it's going to be phenomenal. And I think we saw that with Hollywood Studios. And I think ultimately that's what we're going to get with Epcot again. It's going to hurt for a little while, but once it's done, we're going to be really, really happy. Now, for me, for Magic Kingdom, the plans they have for the castle, for those of you that know me, and a lot of people in the chat do, I'm a nostalgia guy. I don't necessarily like the gold that's going to be going on the castle. Not me, but you.
I didn't mind it. I don't mind it at all. So, and as far as Epcot goes, I think the only thing that makes me sad is I don't like the fact that Spaceship Earth is going to be down for so long, because that's one of my most favorite things to do over there. I love Epcot. It is difficult, but I do feel like it is going to ultimately be a even greater park. It's been my favorite for a while now, so I'm anxious to see what they're doing.
I think that ride does need some kind of an update to it.
Yeah.
Like the narrations and the interactive stuff, maybe change that up a little bit. I mean, the last time we went on it, half your face was off, and
You don't get
you
it
look like
at all.
a Terminator.
Yeah.
He looked like a Terminator. Like half of
They had
his
been shot a few times.
face
and-
was off. And
Yes.
everything.
The holes, yes.
I'm like, okay.
But I was
upgrade.
also making like a weird face.
Yes. Yeah.
It probably couldn't
Yeah.
recognize, right?
Yeah, I probably scared the system.
Well, you know, when it comes to Spaceship Earth, I'll say this. I really enjoyed the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't like the ending. I agree with you 100%. I think they need to change the whole ending, what they do there. I really enjoy the scenes. I would just be happy if they just changed kind of the track, maybe made it a little bit smoother, because a lot of times you'll hit those bumps where you go like that. But I love that ride. I hope they don't change it too much.
What do you mean change the ending? What part?
Oh, like when you're going backwards and you have to put in all your information.
Oh, that. Yeah.
See, I don't like that. I want
think
that
it needs to
updated.
be updated, but I
Yeah.
like being able to do that and see your little movie. I think it's fun, but yeah, it needs to be
Yeah.
More modern, I get, but just something different, but same but different. Different but same.
Update that, and then the room that you end up in with all the interactive stuff and that big globe.
Oh yeah.
Half of your face still wasn't even on it, or I don't know if your face was on it on the globe. It was just all messed up. So.
Oh, you're talking about downstairs when you get off the ride?
We just,
Yeah.
we don't even wait.
But you know what? A lot of people use that area. It's usually very crowded. A lot of people like it. I don't know that they'll get rid of everything. They may just bring new tech in.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yes.
They should revamp it and upgrade it.
I think it's a good spot to stay out of the heat.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
It's a big space.
Yep.
Jim said they should make Spaceship Earth a square
Oh my gosh.
because it is flat.
It's a cute.
Yeah. We did see the building for the new oh my gosh, Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really hoping that they do something with that building, because like for us with California, they made the tower look, galactic and everything.
They're completely different.
But
Right.
but the building should look galactic. If you're gonna have the front entrance that you walk into look like shiny metal and stuff, but then you see this giant brown building in the background, they should do
Blue
something.
now. It looks like the sky.
It looks like the sky now. I think
Painted
it's
it
blue.
so
Oh, they
it's
did.
like
Okay.
sky.
When did they
I
do
don't
that?
think they're planning to do much with it. I don't know.
No, and because
It wasn't blue when we were there 2 weeks ago.
we were the other
That's
side
weird.
of the world showcase, like by Japan, and we were looking back, and that's where Greg made it. I thought I saw it blue because I
It
said
was brown.
I think they're trying to make it
Different
plain.
parts.
Yeah, I said I think they're trying to make it plain so it blends in more with the skyline, so
Yeah.
it doesn't stick out and it make a big difference.
Well,
Because
that's fine.
it's
Yeah, if they-
taller than I
if-
thought it was.
If
gonna
they
be.
do it blue,
It's big.
then it'll blend in.
They should put it like
I
the.
won't be riding it anyway, so
Oh, you're not going to ride it?
I am scared to death of roller coasters. So
Well-
I'm boring.
I heard it's going to be like it's called Crush's Coaster, I think it's called, at Disneyland Paris.
Where it spins.
And
Oh
yeah, it doesn't constantly spin though. Like as you're waving through on the tracks, it rotates to make it look like you're at different angles and stuff. It's
Right.
really fun. I think you'd be able to handle it. It's not scary.
When did you guys first visit Epcot?
Well, it's fun. That's a funny story. Our first trip ever to Disney, we were adults.
Yeah.
I never went as a child.
Mhm.
I didn't go till the age of 27. It was the first time I ever stepped foot in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, that was me too.
Yep, and it was 1998, and that was the first time I ever went to Epcot, and I only went to Epcot for 3 hours. Melissa and I went to Epcot our
No.
first trip.
Our oldest son was our only son at the time. He was 2. He had 103-degree fever, and I had to stay at the hotel with him. And I was like, "Oh, Epcot looks boring. I don't think I would like it." Didn't go. And then the next trip, and I'm like, "This is my favorite part."
Yeah, and it still is.
And I missed so much stuff, like that isn't there anymore. Like I didn't get to see Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, or
Oh, you're not missing much with that.
Oh, really? I loved it.
I thought it would be.
was fun. I thought it
We
was
had
great.
it at Disneyland. It was fun for its time, but they didn't revamp. They didn't update it or anything, and it kind of just. It was like Michael Jackson's.
Oh, Captain EO. Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of like that, but I
Okay.
do like that. That's nostalgia.
That's just kinda cut the-
But you know what? There's an idea. Now that Rick Moranis is coming back for the next Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they could redo it and have him do a new one.
Yeah, they took out the whole play area, the Honey I Shrunk the Kids play
Yeah, I
area.
That
never
was
saw
neat.
that either.
That was neat.
But that was in Hollywood Studios, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was where Star Wars is now. I think they had to make way in for all that.
So were you guys? Did you get to see Horizons? Was it the World of Motion?
Never got to see
That,
Horizons.
we never saw the original Figment. We never saw.
That was just our imagination.
See, when my first visit was in 1990.
That was a good one.
1993. So I saw still pretty much Epcot the way that it was envisioned when they first opened it. And to me, I like the thought, like every area related to something with learning. And you're going to an attraction where you actually learned something, whether it was communication, like Spaceship Earth, the Horizons, all this different
The
stuff.
land.
Then you go to the land and then go to the water. And so all that stuff was really fascinating. And then I think Epcot lost it. And they went to more try to do thrill rides with the kind of hint of the same stuff. But to me, the story was lost. And then the communicores kind of like fizzled away. So I'm hoping with these new changes, the Epcot will finally get it some way the way it was when they had envisioned it being an educational park. So,
well, it's funny. Things always go full circle. They lost it for a while. You're right. At some point, they might come back to that. I remember when Seas with Nemo and Friends was just the Living Seas.
Yeah. Yeah. It would go down to Sea Base Alpha, I think the name of it was.
Yeah.
Nurse Nancy, I remember the day that Epcot opened. So cool to go there from little on for special family trips. We camped down in Florida and drove there from Wisconsin. Wow, that is a long one.
That's a nice call.
Oh,
you're moving it.
sorry.
You keep moving it. That's really cool that they were in the movie.
Oh, wow.
That's where our son goes to school, down there.
Mason's at Full Sail.
He goes to Full Sail.
Neat.
Get torn down. How sad. David was saying that he saw the horizon being torn down day by day.
Oh, wow.
Just probably living there and going into the park and seeing it to be dismantled.
Yeah, it's
probably.
depressing. That's like the great movie ride for me. I'm still a little salty about that.
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
Can't believe How to Shrink the Kids is 30. I think it's like 31 years old now.
It means you're getting older.
Stop it.
Watching that movie,
Yeah, it's really cool how they did it too with practical effects, which I really hope they do this one the same way.
So let me ask you this. Nurse Nancy asked a question. What is Full Sail University?
It's a I don't want to call it a trade college, but it's a college specifically to like film, media, gaming, broadcasting, programming, specific to them, and it's a accelerated program where there is no summer vacation. It's year-round schooling, and you're done in 2.5 years.
Yeah. Less. Mason should be done in 2 years.
Yep.
Was that a real hurricane?
It's in Florida.
Awesome.
Oh, is he just joking? Was Charlie just joking on that?
It's Charlie, of course he is.
I thought that was a real hurricane.
All right, so we're going to ask you some questions about Walt Disney World. What is...
More than what we've already been doing.
Yeah, what is... Because we've been discussing...
These are the real questions.
My favorite park, which is Epcot in Walt Disney World. But what is your favorite parks? Or your park? Both of you.
Mine is Magic Kingdom.
Mine is Epcot. I mean, and I'm a big foodie, so I like pretty much everything. But I love going to.
You're a big what?
I'm a foodie.
Oh, foodie.
So I love going to World Showcase. I love eating. But I really love Epcot. I don't know, for some reason that's been my favorite park for a little while now. So I enjoy it.
What about you, Walt?
Magic Kingdom. It's not even close.
Yeah,
it's quintessential Disney. All the other parks are second to this park. Doesn't matter what's in there. As great as Hollywood Studios is with all the neat rides they have over there, and they have a ton, there's nothing like stepping on Main Street and walking down that Main Street and seeing that castle, hearing that music, smelling those smells. It's hearing the train go by, the Walt Disney World Railroad. It's fantastic. There's nothing like Magic Kingdom.
When we go to Magic Kingdom, it's weird for us because we think we're at Disneyland for a moment, and you turn a certain way. It's like, wait, this isn't where it should be, and so you kind of remember, wait, we're in Florida now.
I can't wait till we experience that on the other end.
Yeah, you will too. You're gonna be like, this isn't here.
And I think this last one, because this past year we renewed with a Flex Pass, so it had been probably like the year before that we didn't go as much because we were doing a lot more cruising stuff.
Sure.
So this past year with the new Flex Pass, which is a less expensive pass, we went probably 8-10 times, which is, we hadn't done that in a while. So when we went to Walt Disney World, we went with our friend who's a cast member, and we were like, oh wow, that's different. Oh wow. And we really felt the difference. And he kind of looked at us like, what are you talking about? So it's funny for people who are used to that.
Well, for him, it was probably different when he went to Disneyland.
Because we consider Disneyland our home park.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting it's cool to see that. And we always tell people, they'll ask us sometimes, if you're going to go to Walt Disney World and I'm there for one day, what's the one park you should see? And I always say you should go to Magic Kingdom, because that's basically, you should always see a Disneyland type park, which is a sister park of the Disneyland. So I would agree. I think that would be that would be the choice too. Nurse Nancy, where was that bubble tea at Epcot? Because that sounds really interesting. I would love to try that sometime.
You said that they're adding gold to the spires of the castle. Is that permanent or just for the 50th coming up? Because
They haven't said whether or not it's permanent. It's definitely for the 50th.
It's for the 50th.
Yeah, because they did that for our 50th. The castle was all gold, and then they did diamonds with blue on ours for the 60th. So, but I'll ask you in order from best to least. What would the order of your parks be, including the water parks?
Okay, well, the water parks are at the bottom for us. I can promise you that.
Water park people.
We're just not. We're there. They would be at the bottom
It's
for
the whole
sure.
problem with the Speedos and how you look.
Yeah.
Just not.
Amen to that. Not 25 anymore.
The beluga shape in the Speedos.
Welcome, Peppuccino.
I know. Not even 45 anymore. But anyway, for me, it's going to be Typhoon Lagoon last. It's going to be Blizzard Beach next. I hate to say it, but probably Animal Kingdom is fourth. Epcot's got to be third right now. And with all the new stuff at Hollywood Studios, it's 2 for me. And of course, Magic Kingdom's number 1.
Well, mine would be a little different. I have never been to Typhoon Lagoon, so
That's why I put it
I've been
last.
to Blizzard Beach once. I don't really care either order of those. I guess I hate to put any of them in order because I love all the parks for their very own unique things. But Animal Kingdom, I guess, would be next. Then for me, it would probably be Hollywood Studios next, then Magic Kingdom, then Epcot. So even with Epcot, although with Epcot going through everything, you're right, that might move, but it's still really my favorite.
If she would have put Magic Kingdom third, guess who was sleeping on the couch tonight?
Oh my God.
You can't. I mean, Magic Kingdom is so close to being at the top because of what it is. It's really hard for me to put them in any kind of order because there's so many different things. I could just go into great detail about what I love about each park, especially. So they all have a special place.
I think there's been times when we've gone like on every trip that we've came away with a different feeling that we enjoyed a park better that time.
Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Animal Kingdom had just opened on our first trip, and I'd say by my second trip, I was thinking Animal Kingdom for a while was like right near the top for me. I love the Tree of Life. I could stare at that tree for hours. I just think it's pretty incredible.
It is. It's pretty phenomenal.
And it's awesome at nighttime too when it's lit up.
That change is really cool when it
Yeah.
comes to life. So yeah, that's really neat.
The interesting thing about Animal Kingdom is that it's always hot there.
Yeah,
It seems like
it's especially jungly, I guess. It's
I
very
agree
humid
100%.
and when you go visit the area that's sealed off with all like the birds and stuff, you're really like, get me out of here.
It does feel like that park is hotter than the other parks.
Yeah, it's interesting.
A lot more greenery. I guess you're more closed in. They're giving you that whole.
We've been to Blizzard Beach. You've been to both. I've only been to Blizzard Beach, but I want to do Typhoon Lagoon at some point. So what?
Blizzard Beach was insane.
It was awesome. I let that really high. I forget what they call it.
I don't do really high.
Oh yeah, I know. Plummet
That
Summit.
one-
Summit Plummet.
Fun.
Summit
Yeah.
Plummet. Yeah.
That slide. Oh my gosh.
And then they have another one that does like a bunny hop.
I forget.
I forgot what it
something
was.
Slusher or something. I
Slusher
think.
Gusher or
Slusher
something.
Gusher,
Gusher
yeah.
Slusher. Yeah,
And
we
it
do
was
those.
funny because we did it, and I went down there first, and you actually get really airborne on it. And then
Yes.
Greg, I think, went a little bit higher than me. And then our friend
oh my
went on
God.
it.
He was
almost-
airborne.
I thought he was going to go off the whole track on it.
No.
He was a couple feet up off of the slide there, so that was a little scary.
I do the lazy river.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
all.
those are fun too.
Maybe the wave pool if we're lucky. That's
I mean, I like Magic Kingdom, and then my second one is the Animal Kingdom. Then I would probably have to say Epcot and then Hollywood Studios. I mean, I like the whole Star Wars thing and everything, but it's more of what we have at Disneyland now. It's kind of the same, although they have a bigger Star Wars kind of show and everything. But that's probably my order, and then whatever the water parks, just put them in there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put Hollywood Studios down at the bottom for me. But to be fair, we haven't been there since they've opened up both Toy Story or Galaxy's
Oh yeah, I
Edge.
forgot about Toy Story, but yeah.
The one thing that I don't like what Disney's doing, I like Radiator Springs at Cars Land in Disneyland because there's, to me, a lot more things to do.
You're immersed into the movie, really.
They have 3 attractions. There's more restaurants there to eat at. But when they opened Toy Story Land and when they also opened Galaxy's Edge, there's less attractions there. It seems like they're sticking with 2 attractions and shops. And to me, that takes the theming is amazing, but I wish there was more of things to do there in the land. So
which land? Toy Story?
Well, like the new ones that they built, like Toy Story.
Because we haven't been to them yet. But...
well, we have Galaxy's Edge in California, which is pretty much just a carbon copy of what it is in Walt Disney World. But so even with those new changes, I would still say I would put Hollywood Studios down because it's kind of an odd park. There is no order when you walk around it. You just kind of there and then there. Yeah, it's a different layout.
Turned around all the time.
And then I would say Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot. Sometimes Animal Kingdom might be a little bit higher, but that's between 2 and 3, just depending on. But Epcot is, for the most part, been my favorite park on all of them.
Talk about where parks have kind of lost their. I mean, even with all the improvements they've done to Hollywood Studios, it is not what the park was designed for originally. You know, with it being.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like an active studio.
Not so. It's really, I feel like it still doesn't quite
have an identity.
It's cool, and I love it. But it's like the Misfit Park.
the Earful Tower, whatever, they took that thing.
Yeah, we used to love that.
And now they're going to revamp the Rock and Roller coaster. Isn't it Rock and Roller?
Roller.
Rock and Roller. What are they changing it to? I forgot.
Well, I didn't know that they were.
There's been rumors, but I didn't know it had actually been announced yet.
I thought I read something where it was confirmed that they were getting rid of the whole Aerosmith thing, but I forgot what it was going to change to.
I had heard that rumor for a while that's been, so maybe something did come out. I hadn't heard yet. So,
what is your favorite ride in Walt Disney World? If you could only choose one
out of all the parks,
yes.
Oh, you can't do that.
Okay, one for every park. I love that.
That's okay. Mine's Haunted Mansion. Period. Doesn't matter.
Oh wow, I love that. I love Haunted Mansion here at Disneyland. I like your guys's too because it's longer and it has extra stuff that we don't have. But I like ours also just because they do the layovers and things too.
Yeah,
I want to see that so bad.
But for Magic Kingdom, it's definitely Haunted Mansion. For Hollywood Studios, it's got to be Rise of the Resistance. For Epcot, it's Spaceship Earth, and for Animal Kingdom, it's Flight of Passage or Expedition Everest for me.
See, I like Pirates. I love People Mover. As far as Magic Kingdom goes, Hollywood Studios.
You can say it. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, Rise of the Resistance is the bomb. It's an awesome ride. But if you didn't take that into consideration, I guess Toy Story Mania, I really enjoy. Animal Kingdom, Flight of Passage, of course, but I like Dinosaur and the Safari. Love the Safari ride. And where haven't I said yet?
Epcot.
All right,
your favorite park.
Of course, I love Living with the Land and Spaceship Earth for sure. I like Soarin', but I liked it better when it was Soarin' over California. I don't like the new one.
So, Jim told me that People Mover is probably his favorite ride. When we all met at Magic Kingdom about 2 weeks ago, he said this probably is my favorite ride, and then he put it on the chat. So I would probably agree that he likes it that much because he's telling us. But you mentioned Dinosaur. I love dinosaurs, and I was really disappointed with the ride because it's like the same track as Indiana Jones.
That's what we heard.
When you go on,
That's what we heard.
We heard that too.
Yeah, when you go on Indiana Jones, you're going to compare it, and I wouldn't be surprised if you said this is way better than Dinosaur. But they really need to revamp Dinosaur and add some things into it changed the whole video in the beginning, because that's like an 80s video, I think.
It is.
We need to do something more with it and make it a little more maybe scarier or intense. It's I don't know. It's
I was scared to death the first time I rode that ride.
First time she ever rode it, they take a picture of it.
And
They take your picture, you know, when from the one you'll see my dad, you'll see me, you'll see an empty seat, and then you'll see Walter. That seat really wasn't empty. She's there.
Worst. And I've gotten
She's down like this.
I've been much braver over the years, so
She
I
has
can
gotten
ride
better.
that no problem. But I still don't. Splash Mountain scares the pants off me.
That big dinosaur.
like the head.
I'm not scared of the dinosaur. I thought the ride was like fast. I don't do roller coasters, and that one isn't even a roller coaster because I can do that one now. And
Guys, she can't even do Big Thunder Mountain.
No,
Railroad.
I don't like Big Thunder.
I could tell you stories about that ride.
It's too herky jerky.
We can't do it live.
hate
But
it.
I'll tell you off air.
No.
You'll have to go on Indiana Jones at least one time.
So that I can do. If it's like dinosaur, I can do it.
Well, it's,
it's
the track is like dinosaur, but the ride is not like dinosaur.
Is it much more like?
You'll have to wait and see.
It's very
well. The thing with that ride,
it's very active. I'll say
every ride is uniquely different. It's not if you went on it 2 times in a row, you're gonna have a different experience on it. So sometimes it might be a little bit more rocky. Sometimes it might be a little bit, up and down, or it could be smoother.
Well,
I can do that though. It's more like I don't like drops. Like that's why I have a problem with Splash Mountain. Does it drop?
Just go on it. Just go on it and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Well,
I'm not going to ruin it for you.
yeah, and if you get to Disneyland, then you have to go on Splash Mountain because don't listen to Jim. You won't get wet especially if you go with Jim.
Oh,
you
yeah.
won't get wet.
And
No,
one of
he'll take the brunt of it.
There's
you have to be the first
right?
seat.
You guys have single row seats
Yes.
for Splash?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like the opposite of what Star Tours is for us. We're single and you guys have
Yes.
No, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. That's what I meant. And I don't like Space Mountain either.
Oh, wow.
I can't.
One of you needs to be in the front also. You won't get wet. Trust us. You won't get wet.
Yes.
As I'm like lying through my teeth. No.
You guys,
I've seen vlogs. At least I know.
you said your favorite time of the year to go is during Christmas. Where is your favorite place to stay? Do you stay on property or off?
Always stayed on property. We've never, except not for vacation.
Right.
For vacation, we've always stayed on property. But lately, with our son being down there, we stay with him because he's got an apartment down there. But when we're on vacation, we're staying on property. And our favorite is by far Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah.
Love it.
Is that where you stayed the most?
I'm sorry?
Is that where you stayed the most?
Yes. At this point, we've stayed there twice. And that's probably tied for the most.
Because we've only been DVC members now for what?
About 4 years. Going on 5 years.
Wow.
No, definitely 5 years.
It'll be 5 years. This year.
So, but Wilderness Lodge is just nothing like it. It's fantastic. And we get to take the boat over to the Magic Kingdom. And I love taking the boat. It's my favorite.
Yeah, we like that too.
What is a resort you guys would like to visit next or soon?
Yeah, I'd like to stay at them all eventually. I really want to stay at Boardwalk. What was the other one we were talking about?
The Riviera.
Oh, he wants to. Yeah, I'd like to stay at the Riviera, and Walt really wants to stay at the
Contemporary.
Bay
Lake Tower,
Bay Lake
though.
Tower. So
Yes, that would be cool. We went through the Riviera and
We like Port Orleans
It's-
Riverside. That's really nice.
it's set up very weird. It's a weird looking it's
I haven't seen it
yeah,
yet.
the check-in area. It's weird. We stayed at Coronado and the tower, which is now the check-in area.
Yes.
To me, that was a lot more like a wow factor than walking into the Riviera. But from what I understand, the DVC hotels are not aimed to be a wow. They're more aimed just to have a place for people to sleep. So
Yeah. The Riviera front desk area, you're right, was small.
Small.
It was pretty small. It wasn't.
I haven't seen it in person. You did.
I did.
I had already left, so I haven't had a chance to see it in person
Our
yet.
doll.
We've been at Pup Century twice, and we think that's our favorite value hotel. Just the theming and everything. I think we've been We've been in the 50s and the 80s, I think, which is really cool.
I think
So
it's just the 50s.
no, I thought we did the 80s also at one point.
We did the
Well, they
50s.
had the bowling. They had the bowling pin that we were by,
50s.
and then there was something else.
We were on
I
the back side of the 50s towards the parking lot, but we were still in the 50s because remember the pool had drained.
I think we wanted to be in the 80s, but
Yeah.
we didn't get it.
Yeah.
We finally stayed there.
Time.
It's nice.
Very nice.
I like it.
Yeah, we were in the 70s.
Other than that, our favorite, you might have said it, is Port Orleans Riverside. We really enjoyed that.
I want to try that one.
Everything I've heard about that resort is great, and I would love to stay there.
Yeah.
I would like to do Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom. I know that's pricey because if you want to see the animals, that's really pricey. So
It is. We did do that once, and that was our first DVC stay. And because we had come from always staying at like all-star like movies, it was like all of a sudden we were staying in the Taj Mahal because we had a 2-bedroom villa, and it was like, where are we?
Yeah, it was neat. And we had saved up a lot of our points for DVC. We had a 2-bedroom villa with 3 full bathrooms. It could sleep like 10 people. It was a Savannah view, so we were overlooking the Savannah. It was incredible.
wow.
Yeah, it was weird though.
We almost didn't leave.
Cargo said, I would have remembered if it was the 80s because I'd be jamming out to Erasure the whole time.
Oh my god. Wow, you'd be right there with her, I'm sure.
And I'm a huge
I would be
Erasure keyboard fan. Erasure, by the way, side squirrel moment, Erasure has completed their latest album. So they've never gone away. They've been playing several albums. We saw their last tour in, what was it, 2018?
We've seen like their last 2
tours, yeah.
Or 3 tours,
so they are just doing the final stuff, and they're going to release an album this year. So Erasure fans out there,
when they tour, we'll be there.
yes, they're going to do that next year. They're not going to do that next year.
And Wanda's right, because they have the gondolas now with the pop. It just makes it even that much more awesome.
Yeah. I think it was Gene who said it took him like a minute to get on from Pop Century onto the
Yeah, it's not long at all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so that's cool. What plans do you guys have to visit other Disney parks?
Well, the hope is that maybe, we'll see. We're 50-50 right now to come out your way to Disneyland by the end of this year. That's the hope. So we're hoping to possibly get a week out there, probably use our DVC points to stay at the Grand Californian. And
well, let us know, please.
Oh, absolutely. We will. We'll try to get a day or so.
That way you can run.
yeah. That way you can get out of Dodge.
The Grand Californian is incredibly expensive, but it's, I mean, with their DVC, it'll help out.
That's
But
the only way we'd be able to see.
Yeah, it's a beautiful restaurant. Has the same feel to me of the Fort Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, that's
it
what
does.
it looks like.
Yeah, it
seen
looks
of it.
pretty awesome, and we love the Wilderness Lodge. So
Yeah, so I think you guys will like that. It's really, really nice area.
I haven't even stayed at the Grand Californian, and I would love to. I've been at the Paradise Pier, and that's it. That's what
I just want to come out there.
Yep, but that's our plan. We're hoping for that, and then eventually, you guys are cruisers. We want to do a Disney cruise.
Dying to do a Disney cruise for as long as I can remember, because everything we hear about it is nothing but amazing.
Yeah. Even if it's a small one, even if it's like a 3 or 4 day cruise to start, something.
You can't do that to yourself. We did that to ourselves on the Dream. We did a 4 or 3 night cruise, even worse, on the Dream.
Wow.
And that's enough to dip your toes in it. And we didn't want to leave, and it was over. I mean, the Castaway Key, the private island, you guys will love it. We would suggest doing a 7-night cruise for your first cruise.
Well, if they did anything, if you do a 3 or 4, do a 4, because Disney.
I would love to do that.
Disney has 3 rotational dining. If you go on a 3-night cruise, one of those will automatically be a Pirates night, which means you don't get to experience the 3 shows that they do for the rotational dining. So if you do a 4-night, you'll get experience each rotational dining with the way they do it, and the last night or whatever they put it in there will also be a pirate night, which that means they have their own special menu. The waiters are dressed as pirates. So if you're a 4-night, at least you get a chance to experience all
you can dress as pirates
restaurants.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
I'll be asking you all kinds of questions once we actually.
So that's our goals. we know at least one of the two will definitely be done within the next year for sure, if not both. So that's the goal. Especially now that we're going to be down in Florida, Walt Disney World is going to be an everyday thing, so there's no need to vacation there. We'll vacation other places.
Well,
Another thing to think of is you're not that far from Paris.
I know. I would love that to be down the road bucket list for sure. I'd love to visit all the Disney parks.
Yes, that would be fantastic too, for sure.
Mhm.
We're throwing an idea around about going to 2022, but I think it's just more something that was on our list. We're looking more at for sure going to Japan in 2023, but
Well,
we went to the
at this point, we never know.
we went to Disneyland Paris for their 25th a couple of
Nice.
years ago. That's why in 2017, because that's why we were going to go in 2022 for the 30th. But we loved the park. It's similar to set up to how Disneyland is, with only having 2 parks, a downtown Disney, which is similar to Disneyland's downtown Disney. So the similarities are pretty close. It's more closer to Disneyland Resort than it is Walt Disney World Resort. The amount of hotels they have in there. So if with you guys being closer, it's definitely something that we would suggest to. I loved all the Disneyland parks we've been to. Disneyland Paris was the most beautiful, I would say, by far. The castle was.
I've heard that. I've heard that too.
That's cool.
And they have the best Thunder Mountain.
Really?
Yep.
Thunder Mountain might possibly be our favorite Disney ride in any of the parks.
Really?
Wow.
Any
Well, yours is much cooler.
Well, I said that they had the best Thunder Mountain. I can't decide. The 3 main ones are Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and Thunder Mountain, and Pirates for good measure. But their Thunder Mountain is awesome. You're like underground for what seems like almost a minute, because it's the actual ride is on an island surrounded by water.
Oh, in Paris it is?
Yeah, you have to go under the ground and pop up onto the island.
So it's almost like going to Tom Sawyer Island, where
total
they're
Nice.
around Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
you're
awesome.
darkness when you go to get to the island.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that does sound cool.
Disney Nerd Herder says Mountain to Thunder.
Mountain to Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything, Greg, that you can think of that you're prying to know?
Prying to know. No, I mean it's been cool getting to know you guys,
Yeah.
and knowing what your likes and dislikes are, and things like that. I don't know. Did you say that you were excited about the changes at Magic Kingdom? I think really the only change is the Tron coaster for now, but
The changes around the park, yes, we're very excited about. The change to the castle, I'm lukewarm on. I know Melissa likes it.
I don't think it's going to be permanent. I'm sure it'll just be for like the full year. Who knows? I don't think it looks that bad.
well, it can't be any worse than the Pismo, the Pepto-Bismol birthday cake
I
one.
like that. I like that.
Do you know how many?
Those pictures look pretty frightening to me.
You know, wedding pictures that thing ruined for people. They actually they called back those people and did night. Remember when we did the Keys of the Kingdom?
It ended up in causing divorces.
What?
I was about to say, really?
You never know.
They asked those couples to come back so they could redo their pictures with their wedding party and everything.
Wow.
So I don't know how far out that was, but oh Lord.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, some people looked older than they did when the initial picture was done, but
That
Although that looks prettier than what the pictures I saw, because it was like bright pink. I mean, like scary pink.
Thomas Kincaid. 25 magical
The
years.
statue looks prettier than the real thing.
Yeah. But I mean, that was pretty bad. I don't know whose idea that was, but that was.
I thought it was pretty cool.
A lot of people must have liked it because they agreed to do it. So it was a lot of people's idea, I guess.
Yeah.
The Cinderella Castle reminds me of how they painted Disneyland.
You
when
can't wait for Tron.
Disneyland redid it. So it's the bolder colors with the roof.
Yeah.
So if it does themed more of a Disneyland, I think Disneyland's one is beautiful.
Well, they just redid ours. They redid the paint. They put
The darker tile on the
gold
roof.
turrets and
It's
everything
nice.
on there. Yeah.
And I think that's, to me, when I first saw what was going on in Walt Disney World, I thought that looks like Disneyland's castle. So if it's turns out that way, then it's going to look really good.
Now, don't be disappointed when you walk into Disneyland and you think that the castle's this grand thing, and it's like whoop.
It looks so squat.
Down the side.
Yeah. It's weird.
But it's the original.
It's the first. That's exactly right.
It doesn't matter.
It's the most special.
Walk right through there. That's what matters most.
Yeah.
Cargo said she has to one of these days show us her gingerbread castle. That'd be cool.
Oh wow!
I'd love to see that. Yeah. I was going to say one more thing, and I can't remember what it was. So.
And if you guys go during Christmas time, you'll see the Haunted Mansion decked out for Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, the overlay. I want to see it.
They always use a real gingerbread house. They make a new one every year, and it smells so good when you go through the ballroom area. I don't know what they do after it, but I don't think they eat it because it'd be out there for too long.
It was
stale.
When we went with Jim from More Sunshine Please, Bob and Ashley, it was cool to hear them talk about the differences between Walt Disney World, like Magic Kingdom and Disneyland.
Wow.
And so it'll be interesting to hear what you guys think, because they were always comparing the rides and saying, oh, Disneyland's version is better than ours. And so it's kind of interesting to hear their reactions on it.
Did you see what Charlie just said? We'd all have to be shrunk to walk through that thing, but yeah.
Pretty much. I thought that was pretty cool, though.
Charlie's on a roll tonight.
Yeah,
I know.
Drink coffee.
He's like butter. He's on a roll.
Do you guys have anything that you wanted to ask, or
bring up any plans you guys have for your show or anything coming up?
Oh, we well, of course, every Tuesday at 8 we do our Disanity show, and we have different things each and every week. We have Pop Culture Week. We have Special Guest Week. Of course, yesterday we just had Donna Jaworski on talking about moving to Florida, pros and cons. We have News and Notes Week, and of course we have Games Week. So yeah, we try to mix it up, try to make it as fun as possible. And of course we do vlogs here and there, and more of those will be coming. And of course, Sports Night on Saturdays. But we'll definitely have to get with you guys about cruising. Maybe one of these days, next time you guys do a cruise video or something.
That'd be fun.
We have questions for you guys, because we definitely are going to be doing that in the near future, and you guys are definitely pros when it comes to that. Other than that, we just really appreciate you having us on tonight. We were honored that you asked us, and this has been a ton of fun tonight. We definitely appreciate it.
Awesome.
You guys have a great following, and we just very much appreciate you both having us on.
Well, thank you.
We definitely hope we introduce your channel to people that might have not normally followed you, especially like the cruising one. So excited to get you a little bit more exposure. It's always nice to be exposed.
We have a couple.
That didn't come out right.
What did you say about exposed?
It's nice to be exposed. But...
Oh my god!
It can be nice to be exposed.
What kind of channel has this turned into? No. We have a couple things. I know Friday we have our premiere video for from back in September, the Norwegian cruise.
We have a cruise video,
but yeah, we are going to. My back keeps itching. We are going to have that, and then Saturday we have our Five Foolish Mortals spin-off show with Jim from More Sunshine Please, Ben from PTV2, us, and Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders. And it's going to be like a Jeopardy showdown.
Yep.
And
testing the wits.
I told Ben, don't make us questions too hard. But we're going to try to stump Ben and stump each other, each other's teams. So,
and we will have a new look.
It'll be a lot of fun, huh?
We will have a new look to our channel.
We will?
Yeah. So I'll get caught up.
I didn't know.
Oh, there's a hook. See, there's a sport. There's a kind of like
I'm always like left out in left field or something. So I don't know.
I feel your
It's a
pain.
cliffhanger. There's a cliffhanger for the next show.
Wanda said trivia and dilly dilly, so that could very well happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have dilly dilly, but our show is at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time on Saturday. So if you guys or anyone watching us want to watch us have a fun trivia Jeopardy kind of showdown, that's going to be a lot of fun. We try to do Five Foolish Mortals once every month at least, and I think we've been doing it towards the end of those months. So we had to postpone this one. So it's going to be a lot of fun when we do have it. So
yeah, yep. And we're plugging away on our cruise videos. We should be having the Norwegian Escape. Should be completing that. We're only on like day 3. We had a 7-day cruise, so we're trying to figure out
plenty of content.
We probably have enough content to do 2 videos per day. So we might have a few more weeks before we get our Disney cruise released, the Star Wars Day at Sea.
What time are
cruising
you?
will be on our main vlogs for a while.
Yeah. What time are we releasing the premiere video? I didn't say that.
The premiere
On
video
Friday.
is going to be at 8:00 on Eastern on
So 5
Friday.
hour time.
At 4:00, our friends NYC Rocks, who have been on the Symphony of the Seas, which is going to be our group cruise ship, they're going to release another video at 4:00. So we kind of like to go after them. So 7:00 Eastern time, NYC Rocks is showing a Symphony of the Seas vlog. Then ours is an NCL Escape. We're in Portland, Maine, where we try a lobster roll, but we don't really talk about that how much. It's more about the Maine narrow gauge railroad is what we went on. So had some fun in that.
Nice.
Yeah.
We did. Our friend Chris is in Cozumel, Mexico, although they probably left by now. But he sent us a picture because Symphony of the Seas was docked next to their ship.
No, that wasn't theirs.
Or to a ship, and that thing is a massive, humongous ship. It looks so. I mean, it's the biggest ship in the world so far.
Right.
Wow.
But just seeing the sheer size of the difference, oh my gosh! I don't know if we're going to be able to see the whole ship.
Well, the good thing is we have 3 ports, so that means we have more sea days than what we.
I love sea days. Those are my favorite.
We'll have 3 sea days.
Yes,
So this gives us a chance to explore the ship on sea
I
days.
love being out on the ocean, the water, anything to do with the ocean. I love.
Wow.
So our show next week is going to be cruise based, and then the following week we'll be doing a Disney cruise because we like to rotate them.
Yep.
So
Nice.
I think that's it, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you,
Thank you,
so much
everybody,
joining
for
us.
watching us.
We had
and
an
for
awesome
joining
time.
us.
Yes,
House Talk.
Our pleasure.
Melissa. Every time I think of you, I always think go Buffalo. So for those of you who don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, your uncle was a strength and conditioning coach for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, you told me that
during
this
their
morning.
Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
So whenever I think of that, and I remembered him too. So I think that's cool, the history. And someone else I knew too, their uncle was Rob Riddick. They called him Robert Riddick, who was like a third down running back that would come in to catch passes. But he was, they knew them too. So it's a small world when the Buffalo Bills family. So
Amen.
Yeah, that's cool.
Charlie and Stacy want you guys to wish Avery a happy birthday.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Charlie and Stacy want to see if you could wish Avery a happy birthday. He's
Avery, happy
birthday. We saw your video on Facebook. That was cool.
Yes, that was cool when he was like really like bashful about it. So
yes.
happy birthday, Avery.
Happy birthday, Avery.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Dilly.
I love Avery. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's fun to watch.
And yes, Cadbury. Cadbury Cargo.
What's
That's her
on
name.
the mind?
I was going to message you about that. So it's about, just so you guys, in case you don't know, my mom, when we went to on the Escape
Welcome,
cruise,
Charlie.
we went to Cadbury is made in America by Hershey's.
Mm-hmm.
Mom thinks Hershey's is the devil because it's different than the Hershey's made in England.
You mean Cadbury's in England?
Cadbury's in England.
Hershey bought out Cadbury's
to have the rights to make and distribute it in the U.S. In fact, in a lot of cases, they won't even allow British-made chocolate into, but that's Cadbury's, into the U.S. to be sold. It has to be made by Hershey's.
Right.
You can still get the British one. So Cargo and I are hooking it up where she's sending me some British type Cadbury, and we're sending her back some American chocolate.
Oh, to see if it's different?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be different.
Well, I remember, like, my best friend growing up was from Canada, and when I went to visit her, I remember all they had was Cadbury in Canada, and I just thought it tasted so much different. Although I don't know that I don't really love Hershey. It isn't, like a gourmet, unless you get like the creamy version. Off subject, but I don't know. I just think I
actually like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Reese's.
Oh, no. That's
That-
cool.
That's my downfall, Reese's.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this show. Thank you so much, Explorers. Thank you, Mouse Talk, Walt and Melissa, for joining us tonight.
Yes,
We had an
thank
awesome
you.
time.
Thanks
Thank
for having
everyone for sticking through and having Greg make a fool of himself.
Excuse me?
I'm kidding. You're
me.
never-
Greg, poor Greg.
It's our pleasure. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you to everybody in the chat too. Everybody in the chat was great.
All right, guys.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, how do you guys end your broadcast?
Well, we always say to everybody in the chat, you always have a choice of how you spend your time. Your time is precious, and the fact that you spend your time here with us, it means a lot. And we're always honored to have you on. And just take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you next time.
Awesome.
And as we always say,
I'm Derick.
and I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
Belugas.
No,
And as Walt Disney said,
we are just getting started.
have a great night, everyone.
No belugas or speedos were hurt in this broadcast.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
everybody.